Hello, we are live. And the title of this stream was not clickbait. It could possibly be that we are live for the last time. I hope not, but we'll have to see. Are you, did your tablet turn on?
Yeah, 48%.
Okay, you need to get it off the screen. There we go. All of this usually happens prior to us going live, but when you walk in 1 minute prior to us going live,
It's been a long day, week.
yeah, and we haven't even gotten to the hardest part of it yet.
Wait.
So,
It's been a long week.
oh yeah. Sound and video is good. Thank you so much. You didn't mention that it wasn't good on Lisa's part, but hello, this is what we do for a living, by the way.
Boy.
So, okay, kind of some updates on what the title of this stream is. Yes, it could be possibly the last stream,
No,
but I don't
I
think
don't
it
think
is.
so. I mean, it is the last stream here in
That's
this
true.
home in King George. So that is the truth. And I wouldn't go as far as saying it's going to be the last stream.
Well, so, okay. Some of you may not know. There is apparently 156,843 people watching right now. And this is the slow time of year. So thank all 156,000 of you. Some of you may not be aware.
Is this
It's
on?
working. You had it way over here. That's why it wasn't working.
Oh, and I'm like behind on chat because it's I don't know why it's always like way behind.
It is like a 15-second delay, or maybe even 20 or I don't know. But
I ate my dinner.
some of you may not know that
Money savers.
we are moving. And our dog is having a fit right now. We're moving, and tomorrow is when everything starts. Tomorrow is when everything goes crazy, and I start to lose a lot more years on my life. And but where we are moving, we're going to be using satellite internet. Now don't panic. Some people may have heard of HughesNet and all of those other garbage internet providers. We got Elon Musk's internet, so you know it's good. And it is good. However, I'm still not 100% certain whether or not streaming is going to be okay there. I did a little test stream last weekend. We were there over the weekend. Got a lot accomplished over the weekend, and hardly any of it had anything to do with aquariums, but got the house ready for me anyway. I did a little test stream, and it was done on my laptop, hooked up to Wi-Fi, which is not the best way to stream. You want to hardwire into your modem. If you're going to live stream, that's the most reliable way of doing it. And so this was just through Wi-Fi, and it worked. And my laptop is actually like all the way on the other side of the house from the router. So I said modem. How long has it been since we had modems? You know what I
I just
meant.
think it's funny because that thing looks like a giant Apple iPad.
Yeah, the dish is really, really funny. And in fact, if you look very, very closely, you will see it in the background of this Sunday's video. You got to look real close for it, though. And it's not in its permanent location. It's actually just temporarily hooked up. But Elon still hasn't sent me my bracket to install it permanently. But anyway, the test stream that I did worked. And it seemed like it worked perfectly fine. It did have a little bit, I think I went for like 10 minutes. I don't know. And I just sat there. I mean, I didn't need to talk or anything. I just kind of sat there with it on. And about halfway through it, it did give me a little notification like, hey, the signal is not the best right now, and your viewers may experience buffering. And I said, oh boy, here we go. However, when I watched it on replay, it looked fine. So I don't know. I'm hoping that when we get it hardwired in and get everything set up on this computer and all of that, I think it may be suitable to do the stream. Now, the only what
I was gonna say, Zen Ginger made a comment. Was it last week? I think it was last week, about doing try it out on the members only stream on Wednesday.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that's probably what
and
I'll
the
do.
members will tell you, and I'll be in chat because I won't be there.
Yeah, that's the only negative about it. We have 2 weeks apart, which, you know, she's like, yay, I'm going to have a party. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to be lonely. But she's going to be here with everybody else, and I'm going to be down there by myself.
You
It's
have
not
the
gonna be fun.
fish.
Yeah, the fish and the new cats.
I'm just really worried about my discus because they like to eat, 3 times a day, and
I'm going to take care of them. You don't have to worry
hope
about that.
Thank
So
you.
there'll be 2 weeks where we will be apart, and I'll be down there, and I'll have all of the stuff. So if we do end up streaming, it'll just be me for those first 2 weeks, and then when you come down, you can join again. So maybe that first 2 weeks will be the nice little testing period, and I can get everything dialed in down there, and we can never miss a stream. Now, what I know for a fact is that we will not be streaming from the fish room. That might be something we can do at a later date, but as of now, we're going to basically be streaming from my office, which that's what we're doing right now too. But
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Now I got to get a visual. Like, for some reason, I thought we were streaming from the fish house.
how long have we been talking about this? See, and she says I'm the one that doesn't listen.
But that's...
I've even said it on this stream with you sitting here
I'm
before.
pretty sure it would just look better, though.
Well, it would, but we don't have internet out there. So that's not going to be something that's going to be doable. We could always set up a green screen and have a green screen aquarium in the background, but I'm not going to do that. If we, we'll have a temporary little bit where we're streaming from my office, and it'll be fine. It's not a big deal. But anyway, that's the story with that. But the next 2 days for us are going to be, as if the last 2 days haven't been hard enough on me, but the next 2 days are going to be crazy days. We're moving the business tomorrow. All of the keepfishkeeping.com's inventory and the racks that hold that inventory and all of the boxes and all going down there tomorrow. We are, Lisa is buffering. Oh, here we go.
No, they're being sarcastic.
Oh.
Because I didn't get that we weren't
Oh,
streaming.
Lisa's having buffering issues. So basically we're loading everything up in the truck tomorrow, driving all the way down there, throwing everything into the barn, and then driving back up in the U-Haul truck, which is not going to be pleasant because those trucks are brutal to drive. I know that because we went down there with one last weekend and it nearly kicked my butt. And it was brand new. It had 1,100 miles on it, which was nuts. But when we get back, we're going to go to bed. We're going to get up the next morning.
I don't know
Saturday
if we're
morning.
going to have time to go to bed.
And then we're going to move all of the tanks down there. Hopefully all of them. I mean, a couple of the small ones might get left behind. We'll get them at another day. But the focus is going to be on the big ones, both 125s, both 75s, the 90, 2 125s. Did I say those already? 2 240s, and this big fella down here. All are going to get moved down in one truck. I'm not going to sleep well the night before.
Me either.
It's going to be so stressful. Getting the tanks down there safely, getting the fish down there safely. It's going to be, I'm not going to sleep well I'm not going to breathe until all of the tanks are in their place and the fish are okay. That's when I can say, okay, we're going to be okay. Now, one of the things that has had me worried for months is how are we going to be able to do this? It's just the two of us. We have CJ, we have other kids, but like, how are we going to be able to do this? Neither one of us are like extremely sociable people outside of our family. So we don't have
What are you talking about? I have friends.
I didn't say you don't. And I'm not saying I don't have friends either, but we're not people that go hang out with people every weekend.
Oh, yeah. We just hang out with each other.
Yeah. And so I was afraid we weren't going to be able to assemble enough people to help us out. And in all actuality, we have more people than I even expected. So we've got a whole bunch of people. Well, we've got more people showing up tomorrow than we knew. We thought it was just going to be me, you, and CJ, but no, we've got a couple more helpers. And then Saturday, we have an army of people showing up here.
From here and down there.
And in North Carolina, and including 2 people that, as of Sunday, are going to be locked into an asylum. They're going to join Stephen Grant and Mark Spector in the loony bin. I'd love to know if you know what that reference is from. You should. It's been on for the last 6 weeks. These 2 guys are going to have to be committed to the mental hospital because they are both driving halfway across the country to help us move fish tanks. I think we've talked about this every single week, but it is Eric Furlow, who I see super chatted earlier. Yeah, you're not doing enough for us this week. You got to give us money too.
Yeah, and go to sleep because you need to get some sleep. You have a long drive. Go to sleep.
Eric Furlow is coming up from Florida, and that's a long way. I mean, it's 3 states. You got to go through Florida, then you got to go through Georgia, then South Carolina, and then get all the way up to the top of North Carolina, and that's where we're at. Moon Knight, there you go, Curtis Crump. Somebody may have said it before you, but the other guy is Whip's World coming from Chicago. Are you kidding me? I mean, is this guy out of his mind? I mean, you got to travel through like Indiana, Ohio, West Virginia, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina. He's getting like a tour of the whole country to come out and help us with fish. And I was texting with him the other night. He even said, "Hey, I'm going to be there, waiting for y'all all day on Saturday. Do you want me to like cut the grass or something?" And I'm like, "Well, the grass needs to be cut, but I ain't got a lawnmower down there yet." And he was like, "Well, I could bring mine."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, "No, you're not going to pull a trailer from Chicago." No, I said, "If you want to cut the grass real bad, just bring some scissors, but you're going to have to bring your own because I don't have any." So, but no, I'm teasing. I'm going next week to get a lawnmower, but I don't know what we've done to deserve friends like this, but they're coming out to help us, and including there's like 4 or 5 other people that are showing up too. And
not one person lives in that area. Everyone's coming at least 2 hours or farther away to come help us. So it's just unbelievable.
Yep. I'm still blown away by it. And they're going to hang out, I think, Saturday night, and you're coming back up here.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a party down there. We're going to be like, woohoo.
Oh, yeah. You guys
no wives.
Wait, what?
We're going to start the He-Man Woman Haters Club down there.
Shut your mouth.
What is that a reference to?
You guys are going to have fun, though. I'm glad that they're hanging out for the weekend and doing all that.
I don't know how long Whip's World is staying. I know Furlow is staying, I think, till Monday. And here's the crazy thing. Furlow's even bringing another guy. And I'm like, listen, Eric, I think you're crazy, but your friend's even crazier because it's like, listen, if my best friend in the whole wide world came to me and said, "Hey, you want to take a trip, 3 states away to help somebody you've never met with fish tanks?" I'd be like, "No, sorry, I'm busy that day. I don't know what I'm busy with, but I'm going to be busy with something."
Right.
It's just madness, but everybody's getting the Little Rascal reference. Thank you. Yeah, I don't understand it, but these are better people than me. So we're going to have a whole army assembled, and I feel really good about it. And there you go. I mean, that's our update. I'm going to be living down there for 2 weeks, all by myself with the new cats and the fish, and
you are going to have a lot to do, but you're going to come up the next weekend for the graduation party, and Then the week after that is the actual graduation.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm going to have plenty to do. I'm certainly not going to be
you
bored.
are. I have a honey to-do list. I can tell you all the rooms I want painted, especially the front room, especially.
Before giving me more things to do, you should be showing your appreciation for what I've done the last few days because of you.
Wow. I was going to get to that, but he asked for it. No, I really was. I was going to get to that. But you just kept talking and talking. And
I know. It's your turn.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I really do want to say I am super grateful because this guy, this one over here.
Me.
Yeah.
Not over there. This guy.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. He just amazes me with all the things he can do. All right. Like, he's done some stuff and I've been like, dang, I didn't know you could do that. Wow. I didn't know you could do that.
Don't be weird.
Nobody's being weird. So anyway, okay. I have a cat. Okay. So I have a cat room. Everybody knows I have cats, but I have a specific room that I call a cat room. That's the cat's bedroom. They get put to sleep at night, whatever.
That's where they go to bed. We don't put them to sleep. That
What?
sounds weird when you're talking about animals.
Well, okay.
I'm sorry. I won't interrupt anymore, I
That's
promise.
true. So anyways, there's one specific male cat that tends to be a jerk. I've done everything, to the point where the vet has said they could give him medication for anxiety. Anyway, so he's made a horrible mess. He would just want to pee on the floor. Nowhere else in the house, just the bedroom, the cat room. And I think it's more because he doesn't like being cooped up at night and he gets mad. So that's his way of, taking it out on us is by peeing on the floor. Well, these are wood floors. And it didn't matter how many times I cleaned it, whatever, he would just do it. So the floors were destroyed. Well, we can't leave a house looking like that, or, that's just wrong, to do anything like that. So John went out, bought all the material for the wood floors, matched perfectly with the rest of the house, and exactly the same thing as what was in there before. And for 2 days, he was in there ripping it out. Each little staple had to get yanked out of there, and there was like 2,500,034, and it was insane. And I helped him for 20 minutes because that's all I could do. I was doing other stuff, to the business stuff and all that, so he could do it. But for 2 days, he worked on that room, and it was just wow. He finished it about 2 hours ago. And it looks like a professional did it. It looks amazing. So, good job.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
I am in
And I am very thankful.
a ridiculous amount of pain right now. And I'm somebody that has a bad back. And so
Yeah.
when you spend 2 days in the hunched over position, nailing on floors, that's not good for somebody that has a bad back. So yeah, I'm going to be fighting that. And of course, until tomorrow we got to load up a truck and then the next day. So it's not a good time to have a sore back, but I'll be all right. It's one of those things that I'll feel better in the morning, take a bunch of Advil and I'll be good to go.
And don't forget those vitamins I got you that, us people over 40 take.
I'm not going to tell you how much over. I'm going to tell you I'm 7 years over 40, but I'm not going to say anything about
I take it
her.
because it's good for your, your joints and all that, and keeps you flexible so you're not in as much pain at our age.
Yep. And I've noticed a difference with those, but yeah, well, thank you for that. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that part's over.
I also wanted to say thank you to our members who have cheered us on. As I'm going to say this again because I mean it to everybody, subscribers as well. So please don't think I'm trying to be disrespectful. But when we do our member streams and stuff, you guys have really listened to us and you've just cheered us on and stuff. And it's just that extra, it's just they're there, and you guys are awesome. Every single one of you. So
all 33,912.
yeah.
We ain't got that many channel members.
Not
even close.
When I say that, though, about the members, they come in and they join us at 11 o'clock, mainly you, because I'm not always there, at 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. And, not yesterday. And then, all the nice things that they've said about, the videos about the new place and stuff. It's just been really nice. It's cheered us up because it's been a rough couple months. So thank you guys.
Yeah, and I got yelled at today for talking about the coming up videos. I'm going to mention one little thing. I kind of addressed that a little bit in this Sunday's video. We've talked with all of you about what's been going on. We've spent the first 22 minutes talking about it today, and the channel members, basically we've been talking about the new place for 2 months with them, and that's all we really talk about. In the video, but what I'm saying is we haven't really talked about it on our main videos, like the public videos. So they don't really know what's going on. I kind of addressed that in the beginning of this video coming up on Sunday. It was like, hey, if you've been wondering why our videos have not been the best the last few weeks or couple of months, and if you've been wondering why I look like a total basket case, here's why. And I explain everything. So be on the lookout for that. And channel members, everything that we show on Sunday's video, you've already seen, but the general public will get the chance to see what's going on. What's happening here right now? This is crazy. You'll see it in a minute. I feel like I can't address it yet because I haven't mentioned anybody else, but yeah. So as of next week, things are going to slow down for me quite a bit. You on the other end, that's going to be.
I get stuck with the after effects because, like last week, it's so funny because last week we took a whole load of stuff down, just
20-foot truck.
Yeah, just the first level, and then of course I fit some plants in here and there because I had to start taking those down. And so it was nice to get that, get some of that out of here, but it was just a teeny bit compared to what we've got in this entire house. It's like 5,000 square feet of stuff, and it's insane how much stuff we have. And you were saying that you thought we had so much more, and I was like, you know what, if we took every single one of my plants and just stuck them outside,
the house would look empty.
The house would look empty. It's the plants that make it look like there's still so much. And I've got to take more down tomorrow, more down Saturday, more every time. Like when you come back, I'm gonna have to shove some more in the car with you. There's just a lot of plants here.
And the new place that we're moving to is smaller than the house we live in now. It's more spread out, it feels like, but I
don't think it's smaller square footage wise.
Square footage wise, it definitely is. It just doesn't feel like it.
The basement is, you can't include the basement, but the rest of this house is the same as that house. You just put the basement,
yeah, that's fine.
And the
okay, I'll give you that.
warehouse and the beta house and all that, and then it kind of
I'll give you that,
all
but
spread out.
It doesn't have a garage.
Yeah, it doesn't have a garage.
And it doesn't have the basement, which is fine because it has two buildings outside
that are taking the place of that.
Right.
So that's why I feel like it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. We're not going to have a hard time finding where to put stuff. But anyway, the madness all starts this weekend. And everybody on the channel is going to be able to start seeing what's going on there. For those that are just joining, because I keep seeing it in the chat, people are like, what's going on? If you don't know yet, Lisa and I are moving. We bought a property down in North Carolina that we will be moving our family and our animals, the fish tanks, and our business down to. We've been working on that property. Oh, it has a man cave, Martin. Don't worry. We've been working on that man cave, that property for the last 2 months, which is why I look like a total disaster right now. Because I've been going down there every weekend. You've come down most weekends. It's been crazy. And the reason why there's the possibility that there might not be live streams is because I don't know if the internet down there is going to be capable of handling it. I don't know yet. But if it is, we'll keep doing it because I love streaming. It's been a lot of fun. And it'll actually be fun to start streaming and not only talk about our new place the whole weekend or the whole time. But anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's move on and talk about something else. I don't know what, but I have to address Regina Phalanges. I'm sure you saw it. Good grief. Didn't she come in with 100 banger last week and this week it's 200? I know I'm skipping a whole bunch of them. I promise I'm going to get to all of them, but $200, good grief. We ain't got to worry about making the car payment this month. I mean, this
Thank
is
you, Regina.
unbelievable.
You're so sweet.
Thank you so much for that. And you know, I'm not one to ever ask anybody for any money, but this is the best time for something like that because this is the slow time of year for YouTube. This is for fish keeping YouTube channels because nobody's in their houses messing around with their aquariums. They're all out, enjoying life in the sunshine and all of that kind of stuff. So summer, spring, like late spring, and then most of the summer is like the dead zone for fish keeping YouTube channels. Picks back up again when the weather starts to break and people start going back in their houses. And the fact that we just bought a house and have all of the expenses associated with that. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that, Regina. Thank you. But there's others too. Eric Furlow came in before it even started. Who's crazy enough to drive up to North Carolina and help this bald guy move a bunch of fish tanks? This guy. See y'all this weekend. Looking forward to it, Eric. It's going to be crazy.
Hope you're in bed by now and not listening anymore.
Yeah. Callan said, "Oh, and I already read this. I think if this is the last live stream, it's good that there's 156,843 people watching."
Right.
Yeah, that helps for sure. Leo 209 Aquatics. What am I going to do next week at 5 Pacific? I don't know what to do with myself. You two are the best. P.S. It's actually 556,975 people watching. Whoa, the numbers are getting out of control. I looked at a Dave Chappelle live stream earlier. That's more than he had.
Wow.
Whew, that is big time. Let's not all panic yet. It would be so flattering to me if there's such thing as people panicking over us not being able to live stream anymore. But if we can do it, we are going to do it. That is a guarantee. And I think I've talked about this before. If we're not able to live stream, what we're going to do is we're going to create a piece of content that will replace the live stream. It'll upload at 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 Pacific, and whatever time that is in your area of the world. And it will be a very similar type thing to this, except it just won't be live. We will address comments from the previous week's video. We'll talk about topics that have to do with fish keeping, just like we do. We'll update you on what's going on with us. We'll do all of that kind of stuff. It just won't be live. And we'll do it as we will upload it. It'll publish as a premiere, which is something we don't typically do. I mean, not for any reason. We just don't. And with it being a premiere, that'll mean that we will actually be there in the chat and we can chat with you as that premieres. Right. That's the plan B. If we're not able to continue live streaming, that will be the plan B. So Leo, you'll have something to do. Don't worry. I don't know whose this is, but I found this knife yesterday and I love it.
Might be CJ's.
Well, guess what? Not anymore, because I love it. It's a little blade. It's really cool. I can't stop playing with it. Nanners Piddlesmith became a member. See, Nanners can go now and see all of the stuff that nobody else has been able to see on the members only videos
I
that
just
I've been
saw
putting up every week.
somebody. Hi, Joanna.
Joanna's in here. How about that? Look at that. Now it's going to become the Joanna show in this chat, which is a good thing. That somebody can, because that's what happens if we go somewhere.
Yeah, and you should definitely go check out her channel, The Smallscape, because she's got some really cool ideas. So
Absolutely. And including her, what is it? Her entry in the Aquatop contest that happened last week on all of those channels. That's very cool. Starlink rocks so long as you nail the aim on your dish. Shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, I don't, you may not have been here, Chad, but I did a test on it and it worked fine. Now, of course, I was not watching it. I was doing it. So I don't know what it looked like on the other end, but it seemed like it was completely fine. So I don't think it's something that we're going to have to bail on. But if it's going to be trash, I would rather not do it than have it come out and be trash. If it's going to be one of those things that people are going to be like, I don't really tune into them because, you know, it's always buffering and all that. I'm not even going to put people through that. So, and I don't think that's going to be the case. I mean, who won the competition? I don't know.
yes, you do. Taylor won.
Oh, well, no, I was thinking about the giveaways. Who did they announce the giveaways? John Wick is here. Whoa. Love those movies.
I don't remember who won the tank. It was, I can't recall, but yeah, as far as the competition for the Scape, it was Taylor from Simply Beta. She did a great job. It was pretty blue.
It was beautiful. All four of them were amazing. Yeah, I mean, that was really cool. All four videos were very, very cool. And
everybody did so good.
All four of you have your own individual styles. And so it is fun to watch not only the Scapes being your styles, but also the video style, which your style is kind of my style, but still it's Joanna has her style of the way videos get done, and Taylor and Kasha, and everybody has their own identity when it comes to making videos. It's very cool.
I think as far as Scapes go, it's funny because Joanna and I, we kind of have that, we kind of like the same kind of Scapes, I think, like as far as what we do for our own. So I felt like with her Scape, it was similar to what I would do if I, you know what I'm saying? Like her Scape just reminded me more of my style. I guess that's the best way to put it.
I don't even know if I ever even told you this. When I did that scaping contest in Dallas, not Dallas, it was Orlando. I don't even know. It was a lot of fun. I'm not going to do it again. And my reasons for not doing it again is I can't hang with those people. And the only reason I did it is because you were not able to go. So you weren't able to do it.
Oh, yeah, because they had asked me to do it.
Yeah. I think it would have been a different deal if you had gone. I don't think you would have beat Tanner because that guy is a juggernaut. But, but anyway, I don't remember. Oh, scaping is something that I have kind of enjoyed lately. And one of the glorious things about this whole life-changing transformation that we're making, starting literally tomorrow, we're going to redo every single tank that we have. Every single one of them.
I've got at least 9 to do.
Not day one. They're going to happen one by one by one by one. So if you're into that kind of thing, you're going to want to stay tuned because there's going to be, I mean, that's almost like endless content. And then of course there's the big one that's coming. It's not coming yet.
That's going to take a while to escape.
Yeah, that's going to be a big one, literally and figuratively. And so, yeah, you're going to want to be a part of that. So anyway, Death by Fish Tanks. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so happy you guys are coming to NC. Congratulations on your accomplishments, both of you. You two, like platies, are awesome.
Aw,
Love
thank
that.
you.
If we're
That's
as
so
awesome as
cool.
platies, that is a massive, massive compliment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope My Jones, can't wait till y'all settle in and get things back to normal. Love y'all. Well, we love you
Aw,
too.
thank
And
you.
I can't wait either. Next week is going to be, this is going to sound really weird. I know this is going to sound weird. If you're in my shoes, it's not going to be weird. When it comes to setting up the warehouse, where are we going to put all the tidal filters? Where are we going to put the sharks? Where are we going to put the Fritz stuff and the extreme? I like doing that. I like organizing that kind of stuff. And I'm probably going to have it done on Sunday. And so my responsibility for those 2 weeks when I'm down there is going to be feeding fish, packing orders.
Water changes.
I am going to have to cut the grass too. That's pretty important. But
Water changes.
it's going to be kind of back to normal for me. I mean, I'm going to be thinking about all these different video ideas and all this kind of stuff that I can do. It's going to be, I'm going to kind of settle in. I'm going to settle in 2 weeks before you.
I know.
You're
I'm
the
gonna
one
be-
that's going to have the
I
hard work to
know.
do.
And then I got to come back after we move down there to clean this house. Oh my gosh. Because, like, last week I went down there to North Carolina and spent the night and cleaned that house. And having to drive back up here.
And then the next day go right back.
Yeah. I just can't wait for June 1st. Because May will be over.
Oh,
with.
yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's, it's going to be wonderful. And be able to take a deep breath and get back into a routine, a new routine.
I know. I want a routine. I don't want crazy, because this has been crazy. It's just been like, what's a day off? Like, I laugh whenever one of the kids come over and they're like, "Oh, today I'm off from work," and I'm like, "What? What the hell is that?" You know, like, what's a day
What's
off?
a day off? I haven't had one.
Ugh.
I did take one, actually. I'm lying. I took one the other day, and I felt miserable all day. I was guilty. I played Fortnite for like 10 hours. It was insanity. And I felt really guilty. Like I
No,
was.
But you know what? You deserve it, because, like, the thing is, like, yes, we are working every day, and physically, mentally, a lot. When it comes to you, I think you've really pushed the physical part more than you're used to, and used
And I
to
feel it too.
in a long time. And it's not just getting up and walking around. It's literally hard, laborious work. Like, I've even done it, and I'm like, what the heck? This is just like, gosh.
One of the
It's-
things that can I even talk about this? I can talk about it. Why not? It's not like it's a big secret. You're going to hear a
Well-
little bit about this on Sunday, but you all know, because I have talked about it already, that we had to rip the floor out of our this old fish house and had it replaced with concrete. I wish I had gotten footage of cutting out those floor joists and carrying those out, and because
you mean
those
the
were
ones that were
yeah,
like that thick?
big,
Oh my
monstrous
gosh.
pieces of wood, and it was just the two of us, and it was not pleasant. But it's all done now. We ain't got to worry about it now. But yeah, this body for the last few years has not been used to that kind of
Not
labor.
that kind of labor.
But-
Jeez, ripping the floors out, then like,
The worst thing about something like that, which was the worst thing about this one here too, is you rip them all out, and then now you have a big pile of wood that you have to do something
you have
with.
to get rid of. Like, that was insane. All the wood from the fish house. That was sheesh.
And it's still insane. It's a massive pile of rubble in our backyard.
You guys should have a bonfire. If it's not raining, because, by the way, it's
Yeah.
going to rain Friday and Saturday in Virginia and North Carolina.
Yep.
Yay.
That's,
Yay.
of course, the best possible days that it could be raining. Yeah, there's a massive pile of rubble in the backyard, all the way in the back corner of the property that I do want to burn. But we haven't been down there. I don't want to ignite a giant pile of wood on fire and then leave for Virginia. I mean, that's not going to be something that I'm going to do.
Right.
So once I'm down there, and then of course it's going to be, well, it's too wet, and then we got to let it. I don't know. One of these days, it's either going to get burnt or we'll just take it truckload by truckload to the dump. I don't know. But
because we already took it truckload to truckload there, I mean, because we couldn't carry it all the way to the end of the property. We had to load the truck up. And this is after it's been taken out, put in a pile, then put in the back of the truck, and then going and unloading it. Oh, no, it's staying and it's getting burnt. And we will have marshmallows and it will get burnt.
Texas Fish Room said, I realized I finally have my bubbles icon. There's only a few people that have that. Congratulations, my friend. And by the way, not this Sunday's video, but the one after that, I think, or it might be the one after that, there's going to be a video coming up of me working on the fish house. And I just realized while I was editing today, I'm wearing your shirt in it. So pay attention to that. You'll get to see it. Shell said, God bless you, praying for a smooth transition and an amazing graduation party. Yeah, it's unfortunate that, thank you for that. It's unfortunate that's happening while this major life change is happening. We're not going to be able to focus on it as much as we'd like, but we're having a graduation party for him. We, of course, will both be at the graduation. I'm going to come up for that.
It's going to be Chipotle.
Really?
We're going to have Chipotle, the catering thing.
That's a reason to celebrate all by itself.
Heck yeah, because have you ever had the sofrita? It's awesome.
Had the steak yesterday. Wasn't as big a fan as I am of the barbacoa. Not as big a fan. It was good, but Rico Stan, oh boy, what do we got coming here? And ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Sort of wonder what Mr. Taylor was getting at. Oh.
Is that a quote of something? Like a movie?
It's the James Taylor song. Isn't it?
Oh.
That's I believe you're in some way referencing the James Taylor song, who I love. Who doesn't? If you don't love James Taylor, you can do the same thing that you would do if you don't like Oscars. Catwoman VA. Fingers crossed that it all works out. My only concern with satellite anything is rain. I know. Which it does a whole lot of down here, sending good thoughts. I've also looked into that, and we'll have to see. I've seen most people that review Starlink online and all of that kind of stuff. They say it's not an issue. We'll see.
I was thinking of Catwoman VA the other day when we were going through. Well, I mean, it's like we're super close to where she's at when we go through, like, I don't know, Suffolk-ish area. I know it's not exactly there, but it's close.
She's in Virginia Beach, right?
Well, why don't you tell everybody?
I thought she has said it before. I mean,
tell all 425,372 people watching.
I didn't give her address.
They all know where she lives.
I know her address. I don't know it, but I could look it up because she's ordered from us. But yeah, we'll have to see. God, Caps just got a goal, and then they got another goal scored against them. Come on, Caps.
Focus.
I'm sorry, it's playoffs. I can't help it. Danielle Grass, I love seeing the updates on your new place. I'm so excited for you guys. Here's a little bit of moving gas. Oh,
aww.
It's 4:25 today.
You.
Thank you.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd give more if I could. Prayers and safe travels for you and your fishes.
Thank you.
Hey, listen. It's very, very much appreciated. Do not complain about only being that is huge. I mean, that's Believe me, it is very much appreciated. It has to be mentioned again, Regina Phalanges. I don't know what we've done to deserve you. Anybody, any of these people. But that's absolutely massive. You get 2 shout outs, and you know what? That big red oval is going to be up there for probably the entire stream. So good for you. Fish fan 20 gallon long. Dixie says hi, and she loves her 20 gallon long. That's the fish that was purchased from us, or was it a rescue? It was not a rescue. It was a regular fish. Very nice.
Regular fish. You're so funny.
Oh my goodness, this skipped on me. Mags, no, there'll be none of that. She bangs her water bowl around when it's empty.
Yeah, we've been through that on another stream.
Leslie Perry, buy some Bayer back and body, purple and yellow bottle. I don't know why it works so well, but it's the best over-the-counter med I've found for backs. It's amazing. Trust me, I've tried just about everything, including like the prescription hardcore painkillers. None of those work for me, or they make me feel weird. For me, it's this bottle right here. That's the miracle for me. 4 of these, fix any problem you got. That's when I had my back surgery. I did not take the Oxy that they prescribed me, or was it not Oxy, or I don't even know, because I didn't take it. I didn't even get the prescription. I just took Advil. I'm not messing around with all that addictive stuff. So anyway, Rochelle Williams, love you too. You're both so entertaining. That's not me. It's her.
No.
I feed off of her, and that's how it all works.
I don't think that's how it works. Because if I'm not here, you're still streaming. It's true.
That's true.
True.
Jack, not going to do it. You're not going to make me do it. Say your full name. Kristen, Reese, and Dragon, 3 people in a row became members. Welcome to the team. Jack is a re-up, but since he became a member during the stream, apparently, when he re-ups, it shows again as if he became a new member. Kristen, Reese, and Dragon. Speaking of dragons, did anybody see the trailer that came out today? I watched it a second time. I liked it a lot more the second time.
You liked it? Was it because you watched it on your phone the first time and then watched it on the computer the second?
I think that's exactly what it was.
Because when I watched it on the phone, it looked really dark and hard to see what was going on. Just looked like I was watching Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty good. We'll have to see. The prequel to Game of Thrones, in case you're wondering, is what we're talking about. Yeah. Melissa Jeswald, I'm with you in spirit. I'm a lousy mover anyway. More pizza for you. Good luck.
Aww.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Listen, I love mom and pop pizza places. There are none down there that we have found yet, but there is a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, you like Pizza Hut.
I like Pizza Hut. I was raised on Pizza Hut.
My favorite place is Mamacita's.
Mamacita's is good.
Mamacita's.
And Mimi's. I like Mimi's.
Yeah, Mimi's.
JFK2, how big will Lisa's new tank be? Best of luck with the move and new property. That's a 50 banger. That's a $50 super chat right there. Good grief to you. Well, we don't know exactly yet, but what we're hoping to do is 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep, and 24 to 30 inches tall. Which means this young lady sitting across the table from me, a lot of people ask all the time, here's my hand on her camera. We're sitting directly across from each other. She's going to have to get into the tank to work on it.
Escape it. It's going to be amazing. I already have the escape planned. Like, I've already drawn everything up as far as the hardscape goes. I already know what lighting I'm using. It's going to be 2 different kinds. The plants, it's going to be amazing. And the fish. I'm going to leave it at that. Because I don't want to give it all away because why are they going to watch the video if we tell them all about it?
That's what you yelled at me earlier today. I get it.
You want to do that
I
all
understand.
The time.
So listen.
And somebody here just said, somebody named Kent Perkins just said, get on Fortnite. Does he not know? Does he know? I mean, he knows because he's in chat, but Kent, 40 more minutes.
I've been talking with Custom Aquariums about this tank. She said 5x5x2. When I was talking to them, we started thinking maybe 4x4x2. And the main reason why we were thinking that was because the tank was going to be sitting in the middle of the room.
That was the original plan.
That was the original plan. And this table that we're talking to you on right now would extend off of that. That was the plan. However, the plan shifted because I don't like the idea of a tank that size being in the center of a room that is a center of a floor that's built of wood. That scares me to death in a building that's 125 years old. So then the plan shifted to moving it up against the wall. And then we were like, well, if it's going to be up against the wall, we can go back to 5x5x2. And then we put concrete in the room, which just makes it kind of a moot point now. We could put it literally anywhere we want.
But I really do I like that place just because of where like the fireplace is and where that window is. I want it to be exactly where we've decided. It's going to look amazing.
Yeah. Channel members have seen the inside of the building, the back wall of the building. Just like she just described, it's almost set up perfectly for this, for a tank like this. 2 windows, fireplace. There's a little bookshelf to the left. There's lights hanging from the ceiling. I mean, it's almost like it was made for this. The only negative is that there's the water heater and the sink back there, but maybe we'll figure out a way to pretty those up. But it is going to be.
You don't have to see it in a video.
Yeah. It is going to be a perfect setting for it. And, the way the room is set up now with the concrete floor, it could be in the center of the room. But now it's too late because we didn't run any electric through the floor and all that kind of stuff. So, we're going to put it up against the wall. It's going to look good.
Oh, it's going to look really good, especially against that wall.
The other thing is the challenge with a tank like that, with an island tank like that. Your filtration all has to come up through the center, which is fine, but Custom Aquariums only has a specific setup that they use for that, and they were concerned about whether or not it would handle that many gallons, which is another reason why we shifted to the 4x4x2. But putting it up against the wall, we can put all the filtration in the back, just like all these other tanks are, and it won't be an issue anymore. So, yeah, all good reasons to put it up in the back and just leave space for if we ever want to add tanks in the middle of the floor. We could. We would have to hang electrical wires and have them. I wouldn't like that part of it, but I do regret not putting electrical outlets in the center of the floor. I regret that, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe I'll just expand one of those expansion cuts that he put in the concrete, and I'll just put the wires in there.
You could do that, yeah. That's a good idea.
See?
Yeah.
I come up with these kind of things.
Well, I mean, he did it, though. I think he thought of that.
Well, no, those are actually functioning. They're there for a reason, but they might be there for another reason now. Yes. Anyway, Love, Dream, and Drone, ammonia spike after 2 weeks. 0 nitrite, 30 ppm nitrate. Well, if the tank is brand new and it's doing that after 2 weeks, it's never properly cycled to begin with. That's the problem. Nothing has been able to get balanced, and so your nitrates are there, which means the cycle is happening. You have bacteria in there that is converting the ammonia to nitrate, but just not enough because of whatever the load is in that tank. So what you're going to have to do is look at the load that you have in there, consider the load, and by load I mean floaty things that are swimming around in the tank, pooping and eating. And you got to get all of that balanced out. What to do in the meantime? Treat with Fritz Complete. It gets rid of that ammonia. It doesn't make it go away, but it detoxifies it, make it safe for the fish to continue living, which we want. Prime does the same thing, but we're Fritz people, so that we got to promote Fritz, and they're identical products. So why not? Using that will get you through it, and then you got to watch as many cycling videos. I think I've done like 17 on this channel. Watch as many cycling channels as you can find. And I don't mean people riding bicycles down the street. I mean cycling and aquarium videos. Watch those, and you'll be able to figure that kind of thing out. Unfortunately, we can't do the entire stream all about streaming or cycling because people would lose their minds. Regina Phalanges is still a small fry. No, you're not, Regina. So here's the thing. Every channel member with us is a fry. And here's why. When I first got channel memberships, I set up the tiers. I hated that. I did not like it. Basically, you could pay a different amount as channel members, whatever you want, and different levels got you different perks. But the problem was I was never able to keep up with the perks, and the people that were paying ridiculous amounts of money were not getting what they paid for. And so what I did was eliminated all of that and cut all the channel memberships down to the $5 level. But since I had the tiers at one point, YouTube wouldn't let me get rid of them. So I had to just make everybody the lowest level, which is fry. So don't worry, Regina. You are one of the brood. We're all fry in this community here. But what you can do is look at your badge. The badges change as you mature as a fish in our membership community, and yours is not the fry. I think Love, Dream, and Drone, if you look at his badge, that I think is the very first badge, but the fish gets bigger and older as you spend more time as
I just got a notification a couple of days ago that I needed to change my update my whatever payment from my
method?
Membership of this channel.
You better do it because we got bills to pay.
Well, I didn't realize that the card was expiring, and they were like, you need to update it. So hopefully I don't forget, or I'm going to end up being a fry. And I finally got the bubbles.
But everybody's a fry. Oh, you have bubbles. You can't lose bubbles.
Yeah.
Lizette Biscuits. I botched it. I'm sorry. I'm really tired and I'm trying really hard. Just a little something to thank you for. Curatio? Is that how you say it? Curatio? I hope that I'm saying that right. He's doing great. Hope everything goes well with the move. Please let us know so we don't worry.
Aww,
Listen,
thank you.
I didn't think we were going to have this, but we have a good support team that's coming to help us out on both ends. Got some strong college wrestlers coming to the North Carolina side, plus Furlough and Whip's World and Furlough's crazy friend and all these people showing up.
Oh, and Doug and CJ.
And Doug.
Doug and CJ.
Yep. We're going to be fine. I am going to sleep real good Saturday night. That's all I know.
I'll be driving back.
Well, I won't be able to sleep until you're back. But Kevin Morley, upgrading my mollies to a 29 gallon. I have 5 gold and yellow lyre tails and would like to add 6 peppered and 6 Julies. Would that be overstocked? Asking for a friend who has MTS. Yeah, I'm sure it's a friend. Are your goldfish still harassing my fancy?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we got to get them out of there.
Aww.
That needs to happen immediately after this stream. Your fish ain't going to Who would have ever thought goldfish would be jerks? But
they're being really... I need to take care of that.
Okay, do it.
I don't know what... I need to put them in something. Okay, just... Yeah.
So she started taking down her tank that we've shown in videos within the last few weeks. They've been in the tour of our fish room. And then I did, not our fish room, but all of our tanks. I also did a video probably a month ago that was the best, cheapest fish, feeder fish. Well, those are the fish we're talking about today. I noticed it earlier, but I can't see them from where I'm sitting, so I didn't know it was still going on. She put them into the 75 with my other goldies temporarily until we move everything, and they're harassing one of my fancy tails. You wouldn't think that goldfish would be mean like that, but wow, they really, I can see them through the crack between my monitor and my computer, and yeah, they got to go. Those fish got to go. We're not going to kill them. We got to put them somewhere else. Fishroom Fever, we're just here for Lisa. John is okay too sometimes. See, James knows a side of me that a lot of other people don't know, so that totally makes sense that he would say that. I was very sorry that I didn't get to hang out with James last weekend. They did Aquaticon there in Tennessee, something they've been talking about doing for years, and COVID screwed it up for them, and it just so happened to be happening the weekend before we move, and just couldn't do it because we had to get down there and make sure everything was all straight, and so I was very sad to have missed that, but there's always next year. Hopefully we can make it to that one. Danielle Grass again. Oh, by the way, I got married, so instead of grass, I'm now Castet. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here, Danielle. Castaneda. Is it Nada or Nita? Castaneda. It sounds better, Castaneda. So that's how I'm going to pronounce it, but you have to make sure you let me know whether that was the right way of saying it or not. So future chats will be under my new name. Now, what are you looking for? Annette? I don't think I have one out here. There might be one under the tank. Check the, or there might be one under the 240. You might say, John, it should be you that's doing all of that. Well, first of all, she's doing it because she put the fish in there. And second of all, I can barely walk right now because I'm an old man and my back hurts because of, and they are her fish that are being jerks. Oinkmaster Supreme Forever adopted a full-grown Blackmore dropped in a 40-gallon. Have you found any particular type of fancy goldfish to be the best tank mate for the Blackmore? Isn't it funny that you're asking that while we're having this this happen with mine? I have had Blackmores in the past and only had them with other Blackmores. So I don't have experience with what is the best tank mates for those. I wish I could help you with that because I met you in person in Florida and you were a sweetheart. But unfortunately, I don't have a better. I mean, to me, any fish that are good tank mates for goldfish are pretty much good tank mates across the board. And you would think other goldfish would be good for. Yeah, this is really getting concerning. I'm glad she's doing it. There's 3 of the comets, which actually Tanner Serpa corrected me and made sure I said commons. 3 of them are ganging up on this fish, and they're not doing any damage, but they're just like pushing this fish around. And you know, fancy tails, they're derpy. They can't get around real fast. And I'm glad she's getting them out of there because they're jerks. They are fish that will be in a pond that we don't have yet, but we will. It's just another thing to go on the list. Jennifer Anderson, praying for you guys and the move. Excited to get my new Title 55 filter too. FYI, Advil ibuprofen causes bleeding ulcers. Happy Mother's Day, Lisa. Happy Mother's Day, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I know that, Jennifer. I don't take Advil all that much. I took it a lot back in 1999 when I had my surgery. But now I take Advil. I take it once or twice a month. I mean, I'm one of those people that has been tolerating pain for so long with so many different, it's just one of those things I'm just used to now. So I just don't take it because I'm like, it is what it is. But yeah, that problem got solved real fast, didn't it? I don't think you can hear her. She's yelling at these goldfish. She is not happy with these fish right now. Just keep them in there until we're done. We got 25 minutes left. They'll be fine.
I can't believe they did that.
We went out. She went out. I can't say we. Lisa went out and bought 4 giant tubs. Now I'm going to do a video all about this. She's going to film most of it. She's going to be our camera person over the weekend. And put her back on camera now. Get the attractive side of KG Tropicals back on here. We're going to do a video all about the moving of the tanks. But we bought, they're actually sitting right here, 4 massive totes. These things are 42 inches long, probably 22. Let me see if it has, I don't know.
50 gallons and 30 gallons.
Yeah, they're 50 gallons, but I wanted to give measurements. But you'll see them in the video. They're big Rubbermaid or Sterlite, however you say that, whatever. Yeah. We're going to put them, 4 of them, in the back of my van. And we're going to put probably that much water in each one. Not a ton. So there'll probably be 20 gallons in each one. And then I am going to use the Aquamo batteries that I did the video on a few months ago. I'm going to use those with air pumps. And I don't think we're going to have to use heaters. But that's the plan. Because they're going to be in there for a long time. I've said to people so many times, when you're moving fish, if you're moving them down the street, you don't have to worry about doing exactly what I'm talking about doing. You know, put them in a bucket. They're going to be fine. You don't have to panic over it. But when they're going to be probably 10 hours, that's when I start to say, okay, let's take extra measures to make sure they're okay, particularly when they're fish that you absolutely love that get seen on YouTube every single week. You can't have them die in transit. And the other is her discus, which she loves, and we love all of our fish. So we are going to take those extra measures.
We're going to have to get an extra tote.
Because we can't have them together now.
Now we got to figure out, because we were going to put them together.
Where is that guy now? He's okay, right?
Yeah.
I only see 2.
He's up there, you know, the way he does his thing. He's in the corner.
Yeah, he's
that poor thing. I
recovering.
feel so bad.
How dare you put those mean fish in there to harass him like that?
I did not even think that was going to be a problem. Like goldfish, I've never known.
I wouldn't have thought it either. I told you to put them in there. I mean, I did not see that being an issue. What the heck was I just about to say? I don't remember. But there will be a video all about that kind of stuff. These 4 totes, I don't think that's going to be too heavy for the van. I think it'll be all right. We'll have to see. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm getting a fish on Saturday too.
Yeah, you are.
Let me tell you all something. This fish is one of my holy grail fish. Mm-hmm. As if Eric Furlow, just him coming up from Florida and his buddy coming down. I think his buddy's name is Eddie. Coming up here, not here, but to North Carolina to help us with the tanks. As if that's not enough, he's also bringing me a 15-inch ornate biker.
That's going to be cool. I can't wait to see it.
I don't know what it is with this guy. I don't know. Like I said, we may need to drop him off at the loony bin on Sunday, and his friend Eddie will have to drive. No, his friend is going to be in the room next to him because his friend's like, sure, I'll go up and help spend an entire weekend with somebody that I don't know just to help them move big, giant glass boxes. Crazy people. But yeah,
it's awesome.
I'm
so
super excited about that. And I might have to do another biker video here coming up soon.
Probably.
We'll see. Catwoman VA, it's okay. Lisa said it's Suffolk, Virginia, peanut capital here. Super close to you guys, less than an hour away. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
We were coming up from North Carolina one night real late. Why was it so late? I guess we were just working late.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
we had it was right. Was it right in the beginning of the Russia thing, and like the United States ran out of gas?
Oh, yeah. Like
And-
no, it only the back roads gas stations ran out of
Yeah.
gas.
We went to 3 different gas stations looking for gas, and everybody was out. And the light was on in my van, and we were getting a little bit nervous. And my GPS for some reason that day was set to avoid highways, which I don't do that. I don't avoid highways. And it had us go through Suffolk. And so, yeah, I mean, I've been to Suffolk 1,000 times for work, so very familiar with that area. But we do pass through it to get down there, being so far down at the bottom of the state like it is. And yeah, it's right down. We're only 35 minutes into the state of North Carolina. So 35 minutes from the border of Virginia, and you're probably 30 minutes from there. So
Yeah, I mean it's right by there.
Yep.
It's cool.
Adolfo Prieto, soon all the hard work and stress will be worth it for y'all's little piece of heaven.
Yes.
Really happy for you. It's so true. I feel like once we are moved, that's when the real work begins.
Right.
No more of this sitting around all the time for both of us. Me more than you. Me much more than you. A lot more than you. Considerably more than you. My queen.
You're so funny.
We're both going to develop new routines, and we're going to be, and you know what? I'm hoping that the things that we do for the business will have us busier too. We're going to be adding something huge to the website, which we're hoping will drum up some more business. And the fact that we have a space that's 3 times the size of what we're working with now, we're going to have a whole lot more inventory. So there'll be a lot less things that say out of stock. That's my number one pet peeve, but it's unavoidable where we are right now. I'm not kidding, y'all. I'm not going to take the camera because it's hardwired into the computer, but I could take you into my kitchen right now. I'm not kidding you. Our kitchen is floor to ceiling, Extreme, Fritz, and Aquatop Nano aquariums in our kitchen.
Yeah, I mean, not only is the kitchen a hot mess because, I've been cleaning all the cabinets out and not putting stuff back in the cabinets so that I can, clean it, keep it clean. Nothing goes back in. So if it's not packed up and it's not in the pile of giveaway, it's just kind of, we still need to use it. It's on the counter. It's so bad. And that, I've got so much stuff like the aquascaping stuff from when I did that scape. We've got stuff,
Including
here.
the 2 tanks too.
Yeah,
They're
the
part
2
of it.
tanks. Yeah, it's wow.
There's not a lot of things I am anal about, but furniture and kitchen countertops are 2 things that I'm particularly anal about. So I'm living in my worst nightmare right now because there's literally I can't find somewhere to put this spoon on the counters.
It's
and
so
it drives me crazy.
Bad. I walked in and I was today just looking around for somewhere to put something, and I was I just want to put my phone on the counter to charge it, and I'm just there, and then I can't find my phone. John will say, I hear your phone, and I'm I don't even know where I put it.
Our kitchen, I know people overuse the word literally right now, and most of the time they use it incorrectly, but so I'm not going to use that word. Our kitchen right now looks like an episode of the show Hoarders. You have to walk like a path through the kitchen. That's what our kitchen looks like.
It's clean.
Oh, it's not dirty. It's just
messy.
There's stuff everywhere.
Oh my gosh, the cat. Oh, I felt so bad for the cat. We have a round table in the kitchen, and normally people sit at these tables. It has the 2 chairs. Well, it's become Honey's feeding table. She has her water bowl, her cat food bowl, and a plant, because there's a plant on everywhere. So that's what that table looks like. So she knows she can just jump right up there, eat her food. You know, we don't have to worry about the dogs eating her food and stuff. Well, I put the tape gun on the table, thinking, oh, I just need somewhere to put the tape gun while I'm packing up more stuff. Poor thing jumped up there, not
Face
knowing.
first.
Yeah, she jumped up there not knowing that the tape gun was up there, and I guess got her paw on the sticky part, and then the teeth that cut the tape got her on her lip. Oh, I felt so bad. I felt so bad. But it happened the exact same day that we had the vet appointment for her. So she goes, they looked at it, and they were like, it'll be fine. It'll heal right up. It's okay. So I was like, oh. But I felt horrible for her.
It was like 2 days later, it was gone. Yeah. But I milked that one a little bit too. I was like, you cat abuser.
Well, because he spoils Honey. Like, she should only get one fancy feast a day with her other food, and here comes John, and he's like, Honey, did you get your fancy feast? And she doesn't meow right. She's like, ow.
She has.
Ow.
No, she speaks a weird language.
He falls for it every time and gives her another fancy feast. So.
This is a cat that when Lisa brought her in against my will, I'm going to tell you why it was against my will. This cat was mean. She was mean.
Yeah.
Most cats run away. She would sit there and just go, like vicious, horrible.
Well,
and
she
I'm
ran
like,
away a lot.
you're going to bring
for
this
like
cat
a year.
into our house?
She needed help. She needed rescuing. So she lived in the bathroom secretly for a little while.
I didn't know.
A lot of cats have lived in the
My
bathroom.
daughter and her conspired because it was my daughter's bathroom.
Right.
And they conspired against me, and I did not realize that this was happening. And she was a mean cat, nasty.
In the very beginning, yeah.
Now, she's the sweetest cat ever. It's almost like she figured it out. Like, hey, I got it pretty good here. I should stop being a B word all the time.
Except the one night she didn't get her second fancy feast, it was so, like the first time she's done this in 2 years since I brought her in. I was going to put the food out for the outside cats that come, and Frank. And so I went to go put the food out there on the porch. She saw that I was taking food out there. She hadn't got her second fancy feast, and she followed me out on the front porch. She's never tried to leave the house before. Not only did she walk off the porch, she started going down the sidewalk to the driveway. Like, she was like, I'm out. They've moved my furniture out of the house. They're not giving me my fancy feast. I'm out. And I had to catch her. I was like, what are you doing? So.
Whip's World, the guy that we're going to see in just a couple of days, he looks just like Zach Wilde, y'all. Braved the forest, braved the stone, braved the icy winds and fire, braved the beat them on my own, yet I'm hopeless by the river. I know that doesn't make any sense to you,
No.
but it made sense to me when I heard it, but I couldn't figure it out. I did Google it, and the reason why it doesn't make sense is because it's a Maynard James Keenan lyric from the band Pussifer. You thought you would get me, and you would have got me if there was no Googling Whip's World, but I had to put it in because it was just like last week. Somebody it might have been him. Somebody put in 46 and 2, and it took me forever to figure it out. But you thought, I would have never guessed that. But that's totally a Maynard James Keenan lyric. I mean, that guy's out of his mind, but I love him. He's one of my favorites. Love, Dream, and Drone, $1.15 super chat. That's a very unique number. Thank you so much for that, my friend. Joseph Yancey became a member. Lots of new members tonight. Whip's World twice in a row, once with his luggage packed, and the second was a sleepy emoji. Maybe he's getting a good night's sleep because I think he's doing the drive tomorrow, and that is a long,
it is. You've
drive.
Done that drive. You drove.
I did.
There. John, why I don't have the bubbles next to my name? Am I not a member anymore?
Yeah, you do.
I don't see it on mine.
On my end, you do.
Oh.
On the thing where you said, Leslie, you made that look good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You made me look.
You made me look good? Whatever. You made me
You
look.
made me look.
It's late. I'm tired. Tropic Fin, can I rinse all my old active carbons and use it as substrates? Do not do that.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly what it is that old carbon can cause. I don't remember what it's called, but it can do bad things. I know it looks like gravel, and I know it looks like it would be safe, but do not do that. Again, I do not remember the term for it, but just don't do it. Just don't. Kent Perkin. Why does it say Kent Perkin?
Maybe he doesn't want to be Perkins. Like
His last name is Perkins. And
maybe he's Perkin.
This dummy doesn't even know how to spell his own last name?
It's sort of like CJ.
What an idiot.
When he did
CI.
He didn't spell CJ. He spelled CI as his username for, what was that game?
Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans. I was like, how hard? It's 2 freaking letters and you still got one wrong?
And it's your own name. Yeah. Now, listen, y'all might be like, geez, that's so mean. He's picking on somebody that gave him a super chat. It's my nephew, y'all.
Yeah.
And I'll be playing Fortnite with him in 8 minutes. And his name in Fortnite is Smells Like Skunk.
Well, I think everybody knows that now because I think he was advertising for everybody to go play with him.
Oh, the best nephew and Fortnite buddy Smells Like Skunk. We have a lot of fun, and I can tell you this. It is a fact. I have more wins in the game Fortnite playing with him than anyone else that I play with. That's a fact. Couple of nights.
As many times as you guys play together, you should have it pretty much, worked out.
And I used the Mark Spector skin. I paid the money for the Mark Spector skin. The Moon Knight skin. But there's Mark Spector and Stephen Grant, and I use Mark Spector because it's the cooler looking of the two. Jeff H. pooped on us.
Because that's what Jeff H. does.
Rochelle Williams. Good luck with the move. Lisa, do you own succulents?
Oh, yes.
You better do that quick because we got 7 minutes.
We don't have enough time for me to talk about my succulents, but I'll have to do that on another stream because I have a ton of succulents and I love propagating them. I found a great way to, the way you propagate them, and they just multiply like crazy. I got them everywhere. But anyway, before we lose all 525,734 people watching, I do want to show you the plant of the week. There's a story behind it. You're probably gonna be like, what the heck is that?
That's a Walmart water bottle.
Why do you have those pothos clippings in that 1 gallon jug of water? Like, it looks kind of weird, right? Well, this is a very special clipping. These clippings are super special because this is from the plant that came from the original KG Tropicals. I had bought a couple pothos plants back in the day, like 10 years ago, for the store, and they were up front. If you'd ever gone there, you would know what I'm talking about. So when the store closed down, I saved the plants, of course, but the one has been in my beta room for 2 years, year and a half, and it's taken off like crazy because it's been in the window, like up by the window, and so it's got plenty of light and it's humid in there. It has taken off. It's gone all around the room. It's gone through in my 10-gallon tanks. Had a piece that started growing. It went into my 125-gallon and rooted down. I mean, this thing has just gone nuts. Well, I was down there taking, some of the, taking down the 125 and just doing a lot of work in the beta room today. And I was like, well, I better get to this plant because it's going to take me a while to get it under control. And it literally was growing through the window. It did. It grew. It found a way, and it was growing outside.
Whoa.
So I had to yank it, cut it. I got a bunch of clippings, and so I'm saving all those to start a new plant for our new home. So yeah, Anyways, it's super special plant.
And it's only first class for her with the Walmart water bottle.
Yeah, so here it is in poopy fish water.
Forrest Morrow came in with $1.99. Thank you, my friend. We're going to have to get through these quick because we're running out of time. Zen Ginger, I'm going to need Lisa to imitate Honey's meow one more time.
Okay, this is what she does. She doesn't say me. She goes, with her mouth will look like she's going to do it. She goes, ow, ow,
That's exactly what she does.
ow. There you go.
That is a spot-on impression of that cat. Somebody that was a member for 12 months retracted a message, so we can't see it. I don't know who it was, and I don't know what they said, but thank you anyway. Jay Smart for the You Name It Fund. Hey, there's going to be so many funds coming up over the next rest of my life. So thank you so much for that, my friend. Mike's Aquatics and Things meowed, because everybody got a kick out of the meows. Echo Delta with the $1.01. Isn't that the second one from Echo Delta today? Wasn't there another one? I don't know. That name looked familiar to me. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you.
Tesla Killdozer came in with a big giant 4620, and
That's
I
such a
would
funny number.
love. That's an example of. I could ask Lisa a trivia question that I guarantee she will not answer. What that number would be in reference to. She wouldn't know it, but I know that it's a Tool song.
Oh.
And you've heard it because I've played it. You just didn't know that's what it was. Love, Love, Love. 46 and 2 is the name of the song. What a great song. He says, John and Lisa, here is a Tool-based super chat. Use it for gas money. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're driving the 26-foot U-Haul truck down tomorrow and then back up tomorrow night and then back down Saturday.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
It's it's going to be a lot of driving that truck. And, of course, I'm the one that has to drive it every single time. Chad Krotz, I'm surprised Kent hasn't joined my Fortnite party yet.
Because he's watching you.
I got it pulled up, see? I got it pulled up so that I can play. There's my Moon Knight, so I can play right after we're done. Somebody commented, I can't believe you have time to do that. Hey, listen. When you've gone through what I've gone through for the last 2 months, and your wife immediately after the live stream is going to go up. Actually,
No,
you're going to mess around for like an hour.
No, I've got to go and take care of goldfish.
Oh, yeah, you got to do that. But normally you mess around for an hour, and then you take a bath for an hour.
I feed fish. I feed cats. I feed raccoons. I feed possums. Anything else that comes to the door. So, yeah, I mean, it takes a while.
I know. And then she gets in the bath and spends an hour watching 2 or 3 episodes of her favorite show. So I got a couple hours.
Now is Downton Abbey.
I got a couple hours to kill before I can go to bed. So it's Fortnite time.
I don't know. We got a busy day tomorrow.
And I don't feel guilty about it because that's the time I get to play it, and I love it, and it is a good release. So Chad Kratz, catch y'all on the next one. Best wishes for the move. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And he also said meow. And Jeff H, how dare you, Jeff H. Not only did he poop on us earlier today, but he said, let's go Caps. The Caps lost big, or at least
they did lose.
They were losing 5-1 when I turned it off.
Okay, it's 9:29. You can look at that in a minute.
I mean, there's no way they came back to win. If they did, I am going to be so mad. I turned it off while we were streaming because I'm like, I'm not watching this.
It's not that football team that, whatever. I don't even know what they're called anymore.
The ESPN app is worthless.
Anyway.
Yeah, they lost 5. Well, it's the end of the second period. They lost 5-1. I turned it off. I love my Caps, but
they can come back. If anyone could come back, they can come back, and the Nats can come back, but not that football team.
Joe's Shrimp Shack. That's a name we haven't seen in here in a
Joe.
while. From your shrimp man, waiting on my shirt. Joe,
You haven't given him a shirt yet?
you've never asked for a shirt.
I wear your shirt all the time.
She does. I will bring you one to Orlando. You will have to
Orlando.
not next year, Orlando. Although I am going to be in Orlando again this year, but
Dallas?
Dallas.
Yes.
We know Joe's going to be in Dallas. So I'll bring it to Dallas. Or I can just send you one. You tell me which one you want and what size. I think Joe likes to wear a small because he likes to show his figure. So I'll send you a small. I just need to know if you want the blue one or the black one.
Well,
The blue one that she's wearing.
He could cut it up to here.
Joe is a guy with no shame, and it's
I
hilarious.
think he would look cute wearing it because he would probably pose and everything.
Anyway, it's 9:31. We are imposing on Fish from Fever's time.
And
He
I
is
had
back
a
this
poll.
week.
I had a poll, but I guess I'm not going to be able to do it this week. Sorry, you guys.
So listen, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to say this right now. 37,418 people still watching right now. I guarantee you I will stream next week. It'll just be me. She's not even going to be in the same state as me.
I'll be in chat, though, because I have fun in chat.
I guarantee you I will stream next week. I cannot guarantee that the quality will be the best because it's going to be my first time on that system. Hopefully it all works out really well. And hopefully I'll be telling you about how smooth the trip went, taking all of the tanks down there. I hope that's how it works out.
You'll know how smooth it is if Furlough and Whip's World is not in the chat.
It's not going to be their fault. I can promise you that. But yeah, I will do it. Hopefully it works out really well. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and it'll look good and all of that. And we'll see. So anyway, that's it. I got to turn it over to you.
Yes. Happy birthday, Donna Horton.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so sorry. It's last minute, saying it, but happy birthday, Donna. And everybody, you need to go check out Fish Room Fever because he's streaming as of 2 minutes ago. We're like completely stepping on his toes now. But thank you for joining us for our very last King George live stream here. And
not our last one ever.
I seriously doubt it'll be the last one ever, but thank you for, being here. Subscribe to us, watching, lurking, super chatting, all that good stuff. And hashtag meow. So go to Fish Room Fever, his live stream, and it's hashtag meow. And everybody have a wonderful night. Thank you, mods.
Gotta push